Very warm welcome to our today's webinar, which we named Artificial Intelligence, the Importance of Conversational Interfaces within the Insurance Sector. My colleague Sabine Bauer and I, Jens Keppel, will lead you through today's presentation. Some short information regarding our today's session. We are recording this session, which means this is available afterwards. We will provide you the presentation 1 to 2 days after today's session. Regarding your question, please use the chat to address your question. This is the gray box, which is located on the left-hand side of most of your monitors. And you can use this chat to address your question to us directly. So coming back to the content today, as you can imagine, the webinar will reflect the disruptive technology of conversational interfaces to point out consumers' demand for better experience when they interact with companies, especially insurance companies. So what conversational interface for insurance can mean, this is what we will discuss today. Let me hand over to Sabine to start the deep dive.
Hello, also from my side. I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar about conversational interface in insurance. Why are we talking about insurance today? We are focusing on this branch because insurance is on the cusp of enormous change. Insurtechs are popping up everywhere and are really competitors for established insurance companies. Customers are focusing on digital touchpoints, and moreover, Generation Y and all technical-oriented customers are key also in the future for insurance, so we need to address them. So digitalized services are the future services also for insurances. So why are we talking about AI and conversational interfaces? This is what I like to point out now, because also for insurance, of course, the big four, the Amazon Alexa, the Apple Siri, the Google Assistant, and also Microsoft Cortana are playing a key role. With them, we are entering a new world, the world of AI, the world of conversational interfaces. So Gartner is saying that 40% of enterprises will be actively using chatbots to facilitate business processes using natural language interactions by 2019. We are talking about next year, by the way. So why natural language interactions? It's all about the power of voice, because voice gives our dialogues identity and character. Voice is making it individual and unique. It forms trust and authenticity. Means the power of voice, the power of a dialogue, just makes it human, makes it personalized. So a conversational interface is using voice. A conversational interface is the gateway between the user and technology. It's usually a text or a speech bot, but a conversational artificial intelligence allows machine learning on a personalized level. But why insurance? The relevance of voice in insurance is enormous. In insurance, we're talking about complex products. We are talking about customer retention, and all of this we are doing through dialogue. We are having a daily interaction with our customer, explaining complex products, having personalized consultancy via dialogue. The situation with our customers is mostly with interaction of information. The customer is having individual questions and is asking us for case-driven answers, for individual answers on his requests, also in claims management. We want to reach a claims handler anytime, anywhere when we're having a claim. You want to get a personalized answer. We want to get all information via dialogue, so we are talking about voice interaction again. In customer service, also of course in insurance. So we want to give some changes. We want to have clarification, explanation via voice, personalized on our requests. We want to have marginal support, also 24/7. So voice is and will be still the key dialogue which we are having as insurer with the customer. So how is the voice interface looking today and moreover again in the future? The interface can be a device. It can be just our smartphone. We are talking with our smartphone, it's normal. It can be our car, we are talking in our car, and the car might be an interface that gives intelligent answers. It might be Alexa. An interface is also a channel. A channel can be, of course, the Facebook Messenger, Skype, Slack, and so on. It can be your customized interface based on your website, your app, or your customized interface on your tablet. An interface is quite clear, but how are we getting to an intelligent voice interface? So today, we all know that the customer interface is there, but we are focusing now on how to make it intelligent. So we are focusing on how to add an algorithm and to put knowledge behind it. So to make a conversation interface intelligent. We are focusing on the second part. The interface is there. The customer already decided on its interface. It's Alexa, for example. It's Facebook, Messenger, it's Slack. We are focusing on behind. What are you doing as your company, as insurer? So the conversational AI bot is able to understand the human intention and is able to request human-based personalized solutions, is able to identify patterns in speech, and is able to learn. So it's optimizing itself in the future to make the dialogue more individual and personalized. So by insurance. Insurance in 2025 is quite looking different from today. Customers are even more focusing on personalized, flexible, and transparent digital products. Moreover, 99% of customers are doing online research first. They want to be in the driving seat. They want to inform themselves according to their needs. 60% of all acquisitions will be done online, of course, more in P&C. 80% of insurer customer interaction is also going to be pure digital. 75% of all claims are supposed to be settled online. So a conversational interface within insurance in 2025 might give you huge of potential looking at the insurance customer lifecycle. So within the first phase, called information, with using conversation interfaces, you might get plus 15% conversion. You can reduce your marketing and sales costs. You can reduce your marketing and sales costs by minus 20%. Also, your claims costs and service costs might be reduced by 25%. So, the conversational interface is able to enhance real-time product experience, gives you personalized information, moreover gives the customer your personalized information. You are there existing in front of the customer 24/7. You are able to enhance your straight-through processing and do in-time policing. You're able to do a fast online claim settlement and are also having 24/7 customer service. So to be honest, this is a quite high-level chart, and these are also, of course, benefits, but still high level. So how cases and how the potential in all of the three phases of the insurance customer lifecycle are looking, I will show you now. Conversation interfaces in information means you can increase conversion. Why? Because you are existent as insurer in front of your customer anytime, anywhere. You are there, but consulting him always individual and personal. You are multi-channel. You can use voice over multi-channel and are in dialogue with your customer the whole time. It's fast and effortless. So the huge benefit is the customer is within the driving seat. The customer can ask anytime, anywhere, what kind of information he wants. He feels the one that is driving the conversation. But as you can answer, of course, not only personalized, you can do your 360-degree consultancy as always. Even more, you can do it even more personalized because through the dialogue, you get all the information through the bot and through the intelligence bot. So you can answer already personalized, case-driven. So you're explaining directly according to customer needs. This is quite individual. On a website, for example, you're having high-level information, and as a customer, as you're scrolling down, you're finding the information which is relevant for you, your case, which is the right insurance policy for you. So, but if you can directly ask and tell in which situation you are, you do not even have all this scrolling down and finding of information. Moreover, you are transparent. You are giving individual targeted information. And for you, it's a huge benefit that you're documenting it on your insurer CRM, customer relationship management tool, of course. So what you can do is you're identifying directly the customer and you're continuing the dialogue through your conversational interface based on the last chat. It's like a normal human interaction. So also with all this relevant information and also with the opportunity to put your data behind the algorithm of a conversation interface, you can sell microinsurance immediately and quite easy. What does it mean for marketing and sales? You can enhance sales. You are reducing your marketing and sales costs. Why? Because you also get a lot of data for personalized marketing. You know when and how to address your customer. You can distribute pay-per-use products. You can enlarge your straight-through processing and in-time policing. And of course, focus even more on online payment. This makes you increase the satisfaction, I really mean satisfaction on insurance, with customized marketing because you're showing and having individual touch points fitting to your customer. You can create personalized products directly because you're getting through the voice dialogue all information is needed. So through the conversational interface, you're offering the personalized product. Of course, you're pre-filling policies through the question and answers you're having through your dialogue with your customers, and you're guiding within the process the customer also to online payment services. Even more, you can activate and pause pay-per-use products just by voice, so you make it even more daily. You can make it more normal to use insurance daily and to activate or to pause the pay-per-use product. And all information would still need to be sent because of regulation, for example, to the customers, can also automatically activate it through the conversational interface bot, and it will be sent out via post office to your customers. So the documentation, not only inside within your data, is ensured, Also, that the relevance documentation which still needs to be sent via email or post is going to be automatically be sent. Now, service and claims. You can recreate service and claims experience. You are able to immediately answer to consumer requests. You can turn the negative event of a claim into customer satisfaction about the settlement process. You're supporting customer retention and increase cross-selling. Your benefits are 24/7. Everywhere, every time. It's not only service, it's also in claim. You are visible and you are acting 24/7. So of course, there were typical customer requests like change of an address because the customer moved. Maybe he also wants to tell you the new amount of square meters, which is basically normal and happening a lot of time today, every day. So this can be done automatically by conversation interface. You can process all P&C claims in-house, which means you don't need a third party which is answering online or a third party hotline which is answering on weekends and just asking what happened is taking the information and then giving to you as insurance the weekend after the weekend. You're able to directly also on the weekend answer the request and proceed the request. You can guide through the complete claim settlements process to make sure you get the right information and to also help the customer immediately. You are able to organize appointments with nurses or doctors during illness. So you're servicing through a continuous dialogue, which you can start daily. And I really mean you can also start because the bot can also be the one who's starting a dialogue. And you're enhancing customer satisfaction because you're really telling that you're caring. And of course, also here, the straight-through processing of receipts, other bills, also the insurance benefits offer is a huge experience for the customer. And because it's all done automatically, it's of course reducing costs for you. So let me deep dive into one example even more. It's about claims. Moreover, it's about a car claim. So here, I really want to show you how to give experience within such a bad happening of a car claim. So the car claim occurs. The customer gives a note to the device. I do have a claim. Please keep in mind, we are talking, we're having a dialogue. We don't need to start touching and finding where to put information, and maybe also in a situation like a car claim, you as a customer are nervous. So just talking makes it even more simple. What's happening then immediately behind is that the insurance conversation interface recognizes the customer because the customer is talking through its application. It starts a personal dialogue because what the insurance conversation interface is able to do within seconds is to check the VIN number of the car and to also check how this car is covered. You don't even have to ask, you can immediately have all this base information. But what you can do, what the voice bot can do is to, for example, check the plate number again, so you can make sure and align that it's the VIN number of the car. So the voice bots then guides the customer through the claims process. To enhance customer satisfaction, even more to care about the customer need, we like to advise to check health of the customer first. So you can simply ask how he's doing and analyze if maybe medical support is needed. Then you can ask for the crash details. So in behind, The intelligent bot is able to pre-fill, for example, some forms which you need, or to, of course, ask all information which you need to see which type of settlements you might offer him. And even more, you can guide him through the pictures he needs to make of the crashed and damaged car. The bot can really say where to make a picture if he has to do it again. So it's really a dialogue, and you don't have to touch them because you're in a hectic situation. Behind what is happening all the time immediately is the data processing. It's a quick check based on the crash details and the pictures to see which settlement options are available. So you can talk to your customer and give him settlement options. You can if you want, and it might be a strategy of you to push for cash out. You can give him already the amount of cash out you want to push him through. 2. Or you can also guide him to a preferred body shop, to your body shop network. And if needed, because you know now the crash details and you have pictures, the bot can immediately offer to organize a pickup and or a taxi for the insured. And don't forget to reconnect further for settlements options for the process and to ask how the customer is doing, even more if medical support was needed. So within this case, of course, I know a lot of insurer and you also might have already an application, but make it intelligent, make it smart, make it personalized. Just make a normal human dialogue out of it. Of course, you might already got to know the benefits which I also mentioned. So we are able to increase customer experience and hence the NPS score within insurance. So the sales support is there, explanation is possible through conversation interface. Service, customer service and claims service is 24/7 ready to also act. And you're getting a lot of data. So data analytics is of course also a key benefit. You are able to recognize patterns. You already know how the customer's mindset is, which kind of products and services to offer, to cross-sell. But let me be honest with you. It's also tricky, so we have also challenges today. It means data silos. Every new bot is creating new data, but let me tell you, there are some solutions where you are putting your intelligent interface behind, so you're not having data silos. You're having one database behind, so you can immediately have the right data across all dialogues and all interfaces. For the organization, of course, there must be a focus group within the organization, which is able to also work on the dialogue management. For consumer acceptance, of course, you need to find the right touch point. So find the right use case to start with to get customer experience to be able to excite the customer. And machine learning. Find the most suitable solution for AI for you, which fits to your organization and to your clients. So we approach and we like to tell you that it's, of course, a very good idea to start with a modular approach. You need to put the IT base first, and afterwards, there is not really an IT touchpoint anymore because you're working on content modules within the content teams, within marketing, within sales, within product. And adding even more modules means the effort to add a module is even less than working and settling up the IT base. So it's a once approach for IT and it's going on modular within content. And if you want, and if you also are putting a database behind, of course, this might be a next step. So Even more for insurance. Cases to start with in insurance should be a bit more, let me say, typical, daily, and simple. Don't start with the most complex case. Do it modular. So we can, for example, consult you and say, I would propose to start with customer service for standard requests like address changes, square meter changes, and so on. And also for claims management within car insurance. I showed you a quite good process how to enhance it. And third advice would be to explain products. So for example, also if you're thinking about starting with smart home in insurance, just make a how-to out of it. So this is basically what we would like to tell you, what we like to share with you about customer interfaces in insurance. So based really on insurance. If you want to get more insights and more information about the technology behind, I can also already tell you that we are going to have a webinar on it also. So on May 15, we are talking about the technologies behind intelligent bots. This will be in German again, but if you are interested and if you want to also get information in English, please don't hesitate to contact us. And now please feel free to address your questions via the chat. I also see that some people directly text to us, so we are going to use the last minutes to answer the questions.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sabine. We have 3 minutes left, and let me get into the chat. The first question I want to point out is how can I think I means as an organization, can identify which use case will fit to my organization?
Okay. So here we are basically talking about first trying to find out where your insurance focus is on. Means, is it more P&C? Is it really car? Is it house? Is it maybe health? So how to typically start is to with an assessment to see where your digital processes and digital interactions already are existent with your customer. We can enhance it, or we can really start new from scratch to start now and not forget it for the future. And also there will be a nice opportunity to do a kind of experience workshop to work out together with teams cross over the organization, maybe also to find opportunities and use cases. So this is, of course, a topic where also a lot of, not a lot of, but some creativity is needed to see how great dialogues are written and how to find out which is the right point for you to start the modular approach, of course.
Thanks. Another question is referring directly to the insurance part is why not starting with life insurance?
That's a quite good question. Why not starting with life insurance? First of all, within life insurance, you typically do not have so many touch points with your customer. And we should also think if so many touch points are really needed. Plus, the life insurance product within sales is super complex. So I really would advise to start with P&C and car, which might be also complex, but it's still easier to describe also via an intelligent bot. And afterwards, maybe in some years, depending on the kind of customer and experience you have, you can also focus on life insurance. But today, I really would advise to start with P&C.
Thank you very much. And yeah, hope to see you again.